Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be reacting to why VRChat got worse. And yeah, the videos by Royalty is here, be sure to check them out. But yeah, VRChat is way worse than it used to be. Like, I liked old VRChat back when the people who made stuff in VRChat were actually creative. They made games and stuff, interesting worlds to actually explore. And now, in current VRChat, there's a bunch of losers trying to be an e-boy or an e-girl, and then they're trying to be so goddamn edgy, and then they're gonna, like, all the worlds that these creators make are edgy bedrooms for e-boys and e-girls, and it's because the e-boys and e-girls just sit in front of the mirror and then they get full body tracking, and you know they wanted to track their legs, but all they do every day when they get on VRChat is just sit in front of a fucking mirror doing absolutely nothing because they wasted so much money on the fucking full body tracking with the, like, you would think they would, like, I don't know, stand up and move around more or some shit like that, but, you know, they end up not. They just sit in front of the fucking mirror, doing nothing, trying to be edgy, and then they all I don't understand these people. And then they leave eventually, and the e-boy invites his Discord kitten to a private world so they can ERP, and then, yeah, that's current VRChat. I don't know. I blame the Quest users.
So a year ago now, I made my first video on VRChat, basically going over the game, the good, the bad, and the mounting ugly.
Holy fuck, what the fuck did they do?
The game was and its reputation. And ever since that upload, I've been occasionally sprinkling in VRChat content every now and again, like your roommate does estrogen into your food. Believe me, I don't have a problem, it's just this game keeps surprising me.
Verified toy? What does that mean?
It means that if you want to have a good time with me, you can.
And as I've stated before, I'm a professional in this subject, as within the years of 2017.
By the way, if you haven't gone on VRChat ever, don't. There are a bunch of weirdos like that on VRChat, just so you know. Just so you know. A bunch of fucking weirdos. Ugh. Just so you know, I haven't been on VRChat in years. Until like that YouTube video I did recently where I was in a VRChat horror world. Was that last week or this week? I can't remember. Well, I went in VRChat last week, but the upload, I can't remember. It was probably this week, as of recording. But yeah, ugh. And then I was reminded, after wandering some worlds off camera, oh yeah, this is why I left it. All the weirdos. Anyway, let's continue the video.
2017 to 2021, I was an active player of VRChat that accumulated 3,500 hours on the platform.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm gonna be real. I need to see how much hours I had when I used to. Oh god, I'm gonna cringe. I hope I don't have this guy beat, because I used to be in VRChat a lot during COVID. Oh, thank God. I have less than him. I'm not telling. Okay, I have 2,178 hours. Okay, I have experience with VRChat. I was there in old VRChat. Playing on desktop. Oh God, I hated it. Anyway, hold on. Let me close this. Okay, I had to check my hours. I didn't get VR until, like,
First
COVID.
of all, before you express your disgust towards me, most of those hours were from COVID, and second of all,
Yeah.
I don't want to see any
Same with me.
feces flinging, especially from the War Thunder community. Yes, it's more respectable to have the same amount of hours in that game, but it is extremely difficult to resist inputting your card information and funding the
I always wanted to play
Omnissiah
War
snail
Thunder.
to prevent yourself grinding from 2 to 3 months just to get your first front jet wheel, and even
What?
if you do get your first jet legitimately, you will proceed to get anally fisted by the majority of players that have invested their 401k to get the latest jets that have yet to have their blueprints leaked to Reddit to prove a point in a rather menial argument.
I forgot that was a thing. What is it with War Thunder and having, like, classified fighter jet stuff leaked? It's so fucking weird.
Once again, only slightly more respectable than VRChat. But anyway,
Slightly.
I digress. Drag up a chair, let your friends and family know you're going to be absent for the next few days, because your feces porthole is going to be arse blasted. With so much disturbing
Jeez.
information about this game, you may need PTSD therapy afterwards.
I already have
Because a lot has
PTSD from
changed since
VRChat.
that first video. And similar to 2018, VRChat has once again been pushed into the limelight of the internet with an ever-mounting erosion of its reputation. And if you're playing games like CSGO with your game hours publicly shown, and you just missed that Mirage mid-window smoke, your teammates are going to be using that as ammunition to
This
bully
guy
you.
plays VRChat.
Because VRChat is still the worst.
It is. It really is. It sucks.
First, I think VRChat needs no introduction, but I'll give you the cliff notes, as every time I make a VRChat video, I feel like I'm regurgitating the same foul information verbatim.
That was me in that video I recorded of me doing a horror map in VRChat. I literally went, I played this game before! I'm gonna record it.
But VRChat is known and advertised to be a platform where you can communicate.
That world
and
isn't
make
even
friends with
around
other
anymore.
people through the virtual
That game
world.
with the gun
But
it
is
showed.
currently more infamously known for. Sorry, just let me get the list. A majority of players being children, virtual prostitution,
Oh,
to the
God.
point where I worry for the future, where there's advertisements on NSFW websites saying they will massage your prostate and make you bust within 5 minutes, are replaced with VRChat avatars piloted by God knows who. Grooming and related topics, dating,
Ugh.
influencing drinking and
Oh,
drug use,
God.
terrible moderation, and just being cringe. All
Oh yeah, so one story about early VRChat. So one of the people in charge, the mods of VRChat, there was this dude named Tupper. I think he's still around. So yeah, he had like a Toho avatar of a character, and one day he saw another person with an avatar of the same character, and he got mad and he said, "You stole my avatar with like third-party stuff," and he banned that guy. Keep in mind, he doesn't own the model or the character because, well, it's a Toho character, and if you don't know what Toho is, it's an anime game. It was an anime girl from a bullet hell game. And again, he doesn't own the model. Someone else made it. And in VRChat, a lot of people get models from stuff and upload it to their avatar list, because you could make your own avatars and upload stuff. And yeah. But yeah, one of the people in charge of VRChat got mad. He saw someone in an avatar of the same character and accused them of stealing it because he was mad someone else was that character. It was Tupper, right? Tupper. I recall hearing that. Yeah. It's hilarious and stupid.
all of which people outside
I mean,
the
he was
VRChat
kind of a
community
bitch.
have this perspective of this game, and that thought process is not exactly an illusion, but I'll talk about each later.
Ugh.
VRChat was initially released in 2014, and as of recently is available on multiple platforms, such as PC, Quest, and now phone. Yes, phone, meaning you are
Phone?
only a few clicks away from your virtual Vietnam. But VRChat is advertised to be a game.
Yeah. like I said in that VR chat horror world thing I recorded, my advice on VR chat: don't play VR chat. Just don't. Just don't. Like you won't be the same. You won't be the same person after that. After the shit I've seen in that, it's awful. It's just no. Why? Why does that exist? VR chat was a mistake. I was questioning life choices, and then I ran into some weird people, and I'm all, oh god, why do you exist? Please, can you just not exist anymore, please? I don't like being here. And then I quit because it just got too weird. Like, I'm a shit poster. Early VR chat was just a giant shit post, and I found everything hilarious. But as it progressed, things got worse and terrible. And that's all I'll say. That's all I'll say.
But I would argue it's more of an experience. The primitive version of Ready Player One, and a testbed for the first fully immersive metaverse, because it's evolved tremendously since its first release. Because it used to be a game where people would only get on to play the mini-games, which are now Desolate Wastelands, God I Miss You Freeze Tag, Murder 2, and Town of Salem.
Oh, Murder 2. I liked Murder. Town of Salem I played once. It was fun. I played it with a bunch of randos. I was running around. So I played Town of Salem as a Imperial Guard, an Imperial Legion from Elder Scrolls Oblivion, and it had like a toggle where I could pull out the sword and it plays the audio. Stop right there, criminal scum! So every time we accuse someone, I would do that. I would play that sound on the avatar. It was hilarious. It was... Oh, the old VR chat was so much funner. Now it sucks.
But the player base now from previous years treat and act like this game is a reality. A lot of the player base since 2017 can now be...
Look, they're all looking at mirrors. They're all looking at mirrors. They have full body tracking, most of them, and they're all looking at mirrors, and they're all those stupid e-boy and e-girl avatars. It's an infestation. That's just what I'm calling it. And they're all just sitting down with their full body tracking. And if you don't know what full body tracking is, it's basically just leg tracking. And they're all sitting down, like they're not even standing or moving with their legs. They're sitting. They're sitting. Oh my god, I just remembered a ghetto-ass VR setup I had. Okay. Before I continue video, this is going to sound hilarious. So I found a third-party app that let me go into VR with an Oculus Go, which, yes, an Oculus Go, not an Oculus Quest. I got that for like Christmas a long time ago. It was like before the Oculus Quest. It just existed so you could watch like Netflix and stuff in VR. There were some games, but it was mostly for that. But yeah, I had an Oculus Go headset, so I used that as the headset. And then I had Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons for the hand controllers, which was hilarious. And then to track my arms and legs, an Xbox Kinect. Yeah. I had such a ghetto fucking VR setup. And then at some point I just stopped using it and just played on desktop because that Oculus Go could not handle connecting to the computer.
Found huddled around a mirror, taking part in socializing, and a small percent becoming self-loathing narcissists who will not spend an atom of a second in a world if there is not a mirror in it. People have begun experimenting with their avatars, where a majority of female avatars are actually piloted by males.
Yeah.
Hang up that computer call and kiss me on my hot mouth.
Yes. That's accurate. Meanwhile, I just have avatars of video game characters. I mean, let's be real, they're all models that were ripped from video games. Like, all the avatars I have saved were video games. Or anime. Just characters I know of, and...
Merely due to the fact female avatars have a lot more work put into them than male avatars, for whatever reason. And other reasons being they just want to look at a female model, which is the highest form of copium, and because, you know, they're just experimenting. Just put the thigh highs on everybody. But the majority of female-presenting avatars are actually guys. My source is this disheveled middle finger, and trust me bro, I am an unfortunate expert in this field. As VRChat is a community
VRChat
game,
scares me.
it has opened its arms for a plethora of communities, predominantly being the LGBTQ and furries, with community worlds and now groups which help people identify you're a part of that.
Oh god, okay, I cringe a little because in old friend groups I had that went on VRChat, they always ran to furries that were fucking weird on VRChat. They were weird and creepy and gross and disgusting, like the worst kind of people you could... I'm all... Dude, can't you just be a normal person and not a fucking weirdo? Weirdo degenerate? It's like that scene from the Babadook. Why can't you be normal? I think I even said that once. Because they were being really fucking weird and creepy because... I don't fucking know. Maybe I know people are gonna say not all furries are like this, like that or whatever, but the majority of the ones on VRChat are like that. And then let's not forget all the... If you see a female avatar in VRChat, yeah, it's probably a dude, like he said. Probably. Unless you hear them talk. Unless they have a really good voice changer.
Group, which that feature has now also been used for ERP, or erotic roleplay, which the only roleplay happening is the facade you have an active sex life. ERP, which I've mentioned too many times on this channel, and have unfortunately unwillingly been educated on.
I knew a loser who was terminally on VRChat, and that dude would constantly brag about, oh yeah, I joined an EIP group and I fucked this chick. I'm all, no you didn't. The dude was such a loser. He's all, I'm trying to get some e-puss. I'm all, can't you, why? You can't get real puss? And I remember saying that to him, and he got all quiet and left the group. It was kind of funny. Kinda funny. Like the fact I called him out and he got all quiet.
The topic to a disappointing degree, and is more prevalent on the platform than it has ever been.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What is that private pile?
I
Most
don't
players knowing
fucking...
about it and about a third
Hey, I have that avatar,
taking in it.
Doomslayer.
ERP is basically NSFW activities involving 2 or more people in VRChat, where instead of the worry of pregnancy, you're worrying if your neighbor can see you hip thrusting the air through your window, like your life depends on it. Or you'll be worried if your bespoke device for this situation can last all of 5 seconds to last the entire session. Yes, there are devices that link to your avatars and interact with your genitals,
What?
to the point where the companies that make these products have identified that VRChat is a...
What the fuck? That's a thing? Why? Why? I legitimately gagged. Ugh. And I lost tracking. Come on, dude. All the times I went on VRChat, I just looked at fucking the games they had on there and the fucking... Sometimes they'd rip stuff from video games, like One World was literally Traverse Town from fucking Kingdom Hearts. I'm all, oh, cool. I like Kingdom Hearts. I'm gonna look around in this place. That was back when I was super into Kingdom Hearts. Or fucking Firelink Shrine from Dark Souls. Like, what the hell? Meanwhile, we got freaks doing this shit. Oh.
Goldmine, and sponsor a lot of social events and clubs within VRChat. Social events such as clubbing and dancing is very popular on the platform, and with things such as
that's
full-body
what
dancing
that's
and
what
now
full body
eye
tracking was for.
makes the activity even more immersive. But most people with full body tracking just sit down with it anyway.
Yeah, they just sit down. They don't do anything. They don't even use their full body tracking. They just sit there for hours, and then they're all, oh, sorry, my trackers are dying. I'm gonna go leave now. I'm all... I say this because I've been part of big friend groups that used VRChat a lot. They to like just hang out. I'm all, hey, so anyone want to go play one of the games or something? Nah, bruh. We're just gonna sit in front of this mirror and do absolutely nothing. You know, some of us are just gonna be in edgy e-boy avatars and e-girl avatars and sit in front of the mirror while our full body tracking trackers are just dying. Okay, our batteries are dead. We're leaving. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Bastards. And it has been used in ERP. Going back to ERP, did I mention there's dating apps now for this game? With it?
Okay, that's just fucking cringy. That's just... This is like murdering me. This is like killing me because... Bro, this has just been 6 minutes into the video. Well, it's almost 7 minutes, but come on. I'm already cringing this much. I'm cringing because I've been on VRChat before. And like a little bit before COVID and then during COVID. Like, come on. How bad has this gotten?
Tinder-like aesthetic where the dating platform doesn't even allow you to upload IRL pictures, and have been used for things like one-night stands and successful relationships.
I doubt it.
The last part may have been a lie, because after watching the VRChat HBO documentary, yes, HBO, responsible for the monoliths of shows like Chernobyl and Band of Brothers, and more recently Penguin, did a documentary on VRChat where I'm convinced only a handful of relationships on VRChat actually work out.
We are 5,000 miles apart, but we're gonna try our best to make it work.
They broke up.
Yep, I saw that coming.
When your virtual girlfriend that you've been dating for a week are actually gone.
Okay, so here's a story. I knew someone in like in my friend group. I knew 2 people that were dating in VRChat. They were fucking They were so fucking cringy. They were so fucking cringy. Oh my god. I'm sorry. VRChat just makes me laugh my ass off. That the fact I knew people who were like that tried dating in VRChat, like, what the fuck? And anyway, it ended with the dude moving to the same place the chick was, and then she broke up with him after like a couple days of them hanging out in person. It was kind of funny and hilarious. I'm all, good lord. Oh, God, I'm just cringing so much.
To work out, she's probably getting her back blown out like a Panzerschreck right now on VRChat. And also, do not visit H-Party. It's a world for deviants seeking out this activity, and for some reason, the Japanese. And then we have the Quest users, arguably the downfall of VRChat, and the sole reason it has so many shortcomings now, because before 2021, all of the nations of VRChat lived in peace until the nursery attacked.
Oh god. The Quest pretty much ruined like old VRChat, and they started adding limitations to it because now you also had to have like requirements for the Quest, and the Quest it's not a bad headset. Like it's just that it's very it's very limited on what it can do. Now, unless you connect it to your if you connect it to your PC, you get rid of those limitations, but yeah, the quest caused some rules and stuff to be made, and then let's just say some annoying little shits started to appear in there in VRChat because their parents don't want to be their parents and they have a VR headset babysit them, and if it's not the VR headset, it's like whatever fucking video game console you could think of, and then it leads to them saying they had sex with your mom on Call of Duty in a Call of Duty lobby. Yeah, the quest was kind of the downfall of VRChat.
Flooded with children who had acquired these standalone headsets that did not require a bulky PC to run the game, and parents were unknowingly buying them a piece of equipment that would expose them to all the things I just mentioned, and things like grooming, which is notorious on VRChat and has been well documented, but also made VRChat a place where people over the age of 18 are a minority, and being screamed at by a prepubescent teen in a lobby is a majority. But that is VRChat.
Yeah. But even with after this video, if you're still planning to go on VRChat, I would suggest going in the PC-only worlds. That's all. You won't run into any Quest users, usually. Well, obviously, it's PC only, but if you feel like you must see how bad VRChat is, or you just want to go on VRChat and look at the stuff there, go to PC only. Just play it on desktop, because you won't run into any Quest users. The people who basically was the downfall of VRChat. That's my for real advice, other than do not go on VRChat at all.
Believe it or not, there are a lot of positives of the game, such as communication and being able to make friends. But there are an ever-mounting plethora of disadvantages and negatives of VRChat, depending on who you surround yourself with. And ever since my previous video, things about the game have changed and come to light which are borderline deplorable, and some added features that may be a positive for the reputation of VRChat. Now, a rare victory for the VRChat moderation team, something they have been starved of for consecutive years, in December of 2024 they announced age verification, something that would counter
that's a good thing. That's a good thing
of VRChat. And not to go full Anakin Skywalker,
they added that.
As even though a majority of the community would say this is an adult game, it only had the age rating of 13, and led.
Yeah, so this game was targeted towards adults, but somehow, yeah, that happened. I don't know why, but
to somewhat of a grooming epidemic, where it has been well documented there are individuals that have groomed and manipulated children on the game, even the existence of things like grooming rings, and adults that have courted minors into relationships to exploit them, some of which happening in the public lobbies of VRChat where they show no shame in what they are doing. And once again, this has been well documented. There are a plethora of videos of individuals that have been doing these activities, such as the most infamous example, which we've talked about before, Tech Gangster.
13! You know what? You know what's funny? I'll still jack off to them.
What the Okay, someone arrest his ass. I'm just saying, someone arrest his ass. Like someone get the FBI on him. Like, fuck that. What the? And this motherfucker's well known. Like, you know what? I take it back. Don't even just go to PC Worlds. Just don't go on VRChat. Like, if you really want to go on VRChat, just go with friends in private worlds. Don't communicate with anyone. Just what happened to VRChat, dude?
and is known throughout the lands of VRChat for his deplorable actions, and the fact that the VRChat team does relatively nothing about it. The VRChat team
Oh my
had as much
God,
involvement
really?
as the local cuckold lord, simply just watching it happen. All they will do is ban mob his alt accounts at a snail's pace, and within that time he's probably made another alt account because he has not been hardware banned or IP banned. But
Yeah, if... Basically, the mods in VRChat don't do shit. So, I used to know, like, creators of, like, some really good worlds in VRChat, and... They actually, Okay, yeah, the reason why I bring them up is they, knew some of the mods, and, yeah... They always said whenever it's like someone's harassing them or something, like stalking them and somehow or whatever the fuck, they're just being fucking weird, or they're doing like like they report someone who like crashes everyone. The mods will do nothing, even if you report them or you report them for their behavior or whatever other rules they're breaking. They do absolutely nothing. Like, the only time they actually banned people crashing is when one of the mods wanted to stream like a VRChat event, and someone crashed them. And then their response was to ban the guy, and then they added an anti-cheat. Which doesn't help because the hackers in VRChat that crash people, they already broke through easy anti-cheat. And now, yeah, that's... yeah. They still haven't done anything about it, I think. Anyway.
both of which can be circumvented, but no attempt has been made. Possibly due to the reason that most VRChat mods are volunteers. They do not get paid for this. Especially people moderating the Discord. Because for some reason these people wanted to be internet janitors, most likely getting paid well below the poverty level, to the point where they sustain themselves on McDonald's sauce packets and self-approval. And most of them got this opportunity through being a part of the community before. The most notable being Tupper, the said to be face of VRChat,
I hate Tupper.
and someone on the level of something.
Okay, I forgot if I already mentioned this, but yeah, this is the guy. This guy, he was infamous in VRChat. He was an infamous mod, notorious for banning people. You're all, oh, but you just said the mods don't do anything. No, he banned people he didn't like, even if they did nothing. Like, did I mention this story? I feel like I have. Oh well, but Tupper, he used to run around in a Toho avatar of a character from Toho. If you don't know what Toho is, it's like an anime bullet hell game. Been around for quite some time. And he saw someone else in that avatar, and well, not his specifically. It was a different avatar, maybe the same model because that model was commonly used in like the MMD community, I think. And he got mad when he saw someone else as that character, and he walked. From what I heard, he went up to that person and said, "You stole this from me," and then he banned them. Yeah. That's Tupper. Like, he got upset that someone else had the same character as their avatar. I also heard he kept banning people who had, like, a Project Melody avatar, because Project Melody, you know, the VTuber, when she went on VRChat, because she sometimes goes on VRChat, her model got ripped by a hacker and then spread throughout of VRChat, like, and then Tupper started banning people who had it, not the hacker themselves. And you know, if you really wanted to get rid of like the dude said earlier, if you want to get rid of the hackers, the freaks, the weirdos that need to be taken out of this, you need to like IP ban them, hardware ban them, like get rid of them completely, because they're just going to make new accounts and if you don't do that. But yeah. But also, you can't trust Tupper with that because he's already banned someone for having the same model as an avatar because they probably got the same model and he got mad that someone else had it. But anyway, let's continue.
Thing like a head mod. But before age verification was implemented, it actually fell more into the responsibility of the groups of VRChat, who in their own group instances would do age verification, but were very limited to asking people as soon as they joined their age and date of birth.
February 25th, 2006.
Hoping that if they were a minor, they
Jesus.
did not know simple math. But I bring this up because the VRChat team aren't the most innocent themselves. I'll talk about that later, but as of right now,
Yeah, the
10+ years
VRChat
of the
team are a
game
bunch of
existing,
shitheads.
and they finally discovered Rock and Stone and decided to announce age verification, which is a process where you download an app and show your credentials and government IDs to verify your age, and to verify you are over the age of 18 years old biologically, but probably still have the mental capacity of a toddler. But you will need to submit a picture of your ID and a picture of yourself. Then you will have a badge on your VRChat profile showing you are over the age of 18. And things like adult instances will be available to you. And people that are not age verified will not be able to join these instances or worlds. Meaning you can goon to your heart's content without traumatizing a child. I can't wait for the plus 18 public orgies to start. Obviously this system isn't 100% safe, you can use somebody else's credentials I guess. But it's a step in a good direction and there's only so much they can do. But the system as of...
Yeah, that's actually a good thing they added, in my opinion. But they have a lot they need to do with this fucking app. Would you call VRChat a game? Because some people say it's not a game, and it's more of like a social thing. Me, I only ever hopped on VRChat to play like the horror maps, like have a look at that stuff. I used to like playing some of the games on it. Stuff like that. I guess I would say it's a game, but yes, most people just say it's a social platform. It's like it's basically like a chat room, kind of, but not really. I don't know.
Right now is still in testing, and is not readily available to every user. Right now it's only available to people using the group feature of VRChat and in the larger ones. Groups that you can join through the game and display above your head, like the Arizona Tea group, the Daddy Marks fan club, or even the free use group, because everyone needs to know you're a walking, talking fleshlight. And this feature, along with the NSFW toggle they added recently, is their first attempts at trying to protect the children that use VRChat. But even though VRChat moderation has had a slight reputation boost from this, and are no longer considered to having a workload equivalent to any HR role, but the VRChat moderation team still has the reputation of summertime liquid dog feces. And rightfully so.
I hear they're bad
Recently,
people,
within
most of them.
VRChat itself, by chance on a midnight rooftop world, I got to meet Verum, who must have been very confused by my avatar. Verum is a VRChat content creator that focuses on the degenerates and predators of the virtual world with a cinematic aesthetic, and told me he doesn't even monetize any of the videos, so he makes virtually no money exposing these people. But we got talking and he told me about a video he did with Brandon FM, someone that does similar videos but applies it to the broader internet. And from the release of that video, it was age restricted not too long after, which means its growth was stunted from the get-go, and not a lot of people got exposed to that video, so make sure to go check it out, because they did a deep dive on the average VRChat user, with surveys and statistics that definitely impacted their own mental health, and lo and behold, the average VRChat user is a degenerate. Quite possibly no surprise there, but they also looked at the mods of VRChat, from the Discord mods to the actual mods, including such people as Tupper, and the results were horrifying. Some of the Discord mods were found to be doing intimate activities in public instances with modified lolly avatar.
Good lord. Why? Why? And if you didn't catch that, I think he said some of the mods ERP in public lobbies. Because, they're mods. Like, if you report them, they'll probably just ban you. I remember hearing that some of the mods in VR chats are like power hungry or something. They're like weirdos on Reddit or Discord. They're literally Discord mods or whatever. Like they get a. They're like Reddit mods. I think that would be more accurate. They get like power trips or something.
Cars that had genitals added to them.
Why?
The same person had a video recorded of them ERPing in it, in which during a live-streamed community event for VRChat, with a large amount of people watching online and in person in the instance, someone would find a way to modify one of the video players and show everyone present the video, including Tupper, who either found out because he was there or watching the live stream. And some more information on the moderation team not taking criticism very well. But in the previous mentioned moment, the head mod Tupper had seen one of the people entrusted with making VRChat and its community a safe place, and been provided with a whole Google Drive showing how this specific mod wasn't doing very mod things, including the intimate activities in public instances, which could potentially have children in it, arguably the demographic that should be protected the most. And all he did was look at the Google Drive for 12 seconds, proven in the video, and then basically said there's nothing he can really do about it, even though he has the highest permissions in the Discord, and this person voluntarily administrates the Discord, and even though he says he can't ban people within VRChat, was responsible for and got credit.
Yes, you... Is he for real? No wonder people hate Stubber. He won't ban his own mods because he's a fucking... What?
With banning the people that were showing the video in
I might
front of the
misheard,
live
but
audience, which to give him the...
Yeah, I might have misheard, but I think he said Tupper couldn't ban his own mods. I just need to confirm that's what they said. So is that why some of the mods just were dumbasses and got away with shit? Like, what the fuck?
Benefit of the doubt doesn't show he has this power, but has some part in it. And conveniently enough, after the video made by Brandon FM and Verum was launched, the video showing the average VRChat user and the people moderating them, I would be told by Verum himself that the time and effort they put into this video, gathering all the information and statistics, that video did a lot of good for the platform, but not in the way they would expect. The VRChat mods were forced to recognize the video, which indirectly helped with updating the report system and the public outcry for age verification, which 6 months from the release of that video is now in testing. They would also take action against the mods recognized in that video, but they were not banned, they were just temporarily removed from the moderation role, because they investigated themselves and found nothing wrong. Now it's really funny and worrying the fact that they only recognize this now there's a video about it, and even Tupper himself looked at the information for, once again, 12 seconds, but only did anything about it when there was a full video made about it, and they were dropped in hot water. And those people are still mods to this day. But even more surprising and worrying, for some reason they would ban Verum from the official VRChat Discord, and would have done the same with Brandon if he did not have a different name, for seemingly no reason. And some of the messages talking about...
Oh yeah, they're pissed. Like, what the fuck? So they banned him because they got caught. Like, what the fuck?
Brandon FM after the video are...
Like, I knew they were scummy,
the ones
but...
critiquing him are left up. A moderator is supposed to set a good example and protect the users of their community from people, especially one who is still making alt accounts to this day and causing havoc on the platform, and investigate things given to them by their community to further the goal of protecting users and improving the reputation of the platform as a whole, not just supposedly looking at a Google Drive link for 12 seconds. But that is the VRChat moderation team.
Michael! Don't leave me here! Michael! Michael! Help me!
Now recently there has been a new increase in people watching VRChat content, mainly the trolling videos.
Wake up.
Why?
We're gonna go on a date.
Yeah.
Me and you.
Oh, I'm an ERP already, okay.
Oh no, I'm not European with you.
Especially from YouTubers like Proximity Chat, Ratgrave, and maybe even Mesa Mayor. Or maybe you've been looking at the live streams of people like the last bastion of VRChat, Rafflegator, who is still making innovative content within the VRChat platform and unknowingly making viral meme content like this.
Whoa, what the hell? Hello?
Freerin?
Ah, hi.
Kill yourself.
What the fuck is this thing?
I'm an anomalous.
I actually think that is the character from Freerin. For some reason, I'm getting vibes because I never watched Freerin, but I'm getting vibes that that's accurate to the character.
What do you do?
I do my best.
That thing was the first Apex Predator, by the way, but especially for the rising audience for these YouTube videos, it is a window into VRChat, where most people that would have never been introduced to VRChat see it for the first time, and normally harbour a very negative opinion towards it, because in most of these videos you see people that take this game way too seriously like it's real life, and I'm not even talking about Phantom Sense.
Oh god.
Bro, can you like go somewhere, please?
Why?
Why are you being so fucking nosy, bro? Because I fucking told you to, bro.
Oh,
What do you
okay.
mean?
No, I'll move for sure.
You have people that do depraved acts in public lobbies.
By the way, the Phantom Sense thing is kind of bullshit. I kind of remember, well, like again, in that one friend group I mentioned a few times, some of them claimed to have it. I'm all, oh good, so I could punch you in the face. And then I did. I'm all, oh look, my Phantom Fist punched your Phantom face. Are you experiencing phantom pain? Are you going to become Big Boss from Metal Gear now? Why are we still here? Just to suffer. Yeah, but the whole Phantom Sense thing is kind of bullshit. I think they just, I don't know. They need their schizo pills or something? I don't fucking know.
Are you playing with those? Bro, are you playing with those?
This is my girlfriend. If I want to mess with her, I can.
You have people offering depraved acts in public lobbies.
I'm an escort, so I kind of do this for pay for people. It's $25 for an entire hour.
It shows people getting constantly in.
Bro, what? Motherfucker, what? Oh. Oh. You know, sometimes God, why? Why? Oh God, this is fucking weird. I remember when VRChat was just memes, and look at this world. It's created by someone who liked this anime, so they made this world that's accurate to it's a city from the anime and it's accurate, or this was ripped from a game. Hey there, you like Call of Duty Zombies? Look, it's Nectar on Toten. That's Call of Duty World at War zombie map, the first one. Look, you could be in here in VR. There's no zombies yet. We're gonna add it at some point. They never added it. Like when they added cool stuff, I remember. Anyway.
Inebriated.
I can't see my menu.
I cringe at this.
Chiropractor or something?
Borderline creepy activity.
It's complicated.
Right, but I caught you with your red rocket out.
To the point where there's a VRChat to catch a predator.
Just wondering real quick what a
just take a seat.
33-year-old man, what business you have talking to a 16-year-old girl.
Children.
Excuse me?
Who's this?
I'm his child. What the f are you on about?
I really doubt you're his child.
I'm his VR child. Leave me alone.
And it shows
Bro, what the f... I think someone has daddy issues or something. What the fuck is... That's just... I don't even know what to say.
People that may be a little too addicted to VRChat.
The longest you played this game for without stopping.
When I first got my headset, I used to play for like a whole ass day, and I'd fall asleep in VR, and I'd wake up and I'd play more.
It would be totally unfair to say
Gross.
every VRChat lobby is like this, and that your first
Persona
VRChat
music.
lobby is going to look almost identical to it. Rest assured, the people recording these videos had to at least spend an hour on VRChat, and go through only 3 public instances, because it's a little over a third of VRChat that are like this, because all the sane people have been pushed into private instances.
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, VRChat isn't the most healthy influence. Once again, going back to Verum's and Brandon FM's video, they did a survey of over 1,000 VRChat players, showing that a lot of them are addicted to VRChat, do things like ERP, and are just overall lonely. Yes, VRChat is a social game where you can speak to people all over the world, make lifelong friends and have fun, maybe even find a relationship. Just don't tell your parents you found them on VRChat because the adoption papers will be coming rather late. But what I'm finding increasingly common is it is not good for you. Even people that disliked social games before and or social interactions in general get addicted to the environment that is VRChat. It may be a result of wanting to make new friends constantly, a good time they had in their early stages of VRChat they're trying to recreate or even chase, or even the social environment of VRChat itself, which they may have not experienced outside of the headset, all of which I just mentioned can cause addiction to the game, and if they don't find any of those things, can become lonely or depressed. It's to the point where people take this game too seriously, getting on the platform at least once a day, or just never taking the headset off. And with things like VRChat jobs now, where some of the groups pay people to moderate their instances, some of them may never need to take that headset off, viewing and treating VRChat equivalent to real life. Some even sleeping and eating in VRChat. Personally, with all my hours in VRChat, I have seen this happen countless times. This game is unknowingly addictive, and it gets worse, because it also enables other addictions, mainly those involving alcohol and drugs. As also seen in the Verum and Brandon FM video, over a third take part in the drinking and drug culture of VRChat, where there are groups and instances with parties happening constantly, and some drinking almost daily because of the influence of people in VRChat or VRChat itself. I even managed to get in contact with someone on Discord who's a popular VRChat content creator and face of VRChat themselves, who because of VRChat and its drinking and drug culture, found it hard to quit both and are still struggling with it. They mainly blamed the culture itself and the groups within VRChat that enable and influence it, but at their request I will not be involving their name. And it doesn't stop at drinking or drugs, as virtual prostitution has become normalized in VRChat and is fairly easy to find. There are people offering it in public worlds, there are groups for it and Discord servers, and unfortunately it's quite profitable, either getting paid to do NSFW acts or just sit with somebody for an hour. And this is the unfortunate reality of VRChat, that when you start the game up for the first time, nobody tells you about, because there is nothing like VRChat. Except Second Life, but that's a rabbit hole in itself. There is nothing to relate it to, there is
Second Life. I heard about that. It was basically the same thing as VRChat. I heard. Ugh. Probably equally cringy. I don't know. Anyone ever play Second Life? Because isn't it basically the same thing? I don't know.
Nothing to use as a benchmark, and the game is constantly getting more complex, and quality of life within the game is constantly increasing, and I think from the result of people already treating it like it has real life qualities, it's only going to become more immersive, and more people and more problems are going to come along with it. With it being in the top 25 for Steam players, even though it released on Steam in 2017, with 40,000 people being constantly active on the Steam platform, that is just on the Steam platform by the way, showing there is no shortage of players, I think that is evidence enough.
Fuck God! What a f***up day!
Now I know I've made numerous videos showing the bad side of VRChat, and constantly make jokes about it, but like a League of Legends player that constantly talks shit about the game and blames Riot for their terrible matches, but 5 minutes later we'll queue for another game, because not to get cheesy or anything, don't start crying, you little bitch. I love VRChat. That almost feels like arsenic in my mouth saying, it's definitely not one of my favourite games because 1, it's not a game, it's an experience, and that place in my heart already goes to Final Fantasy 15, Serious Sam, Halo Reach, and the 2016 to 2020 days of Overwatch 1. I've made so many good friends and
Old
memories
Overwatch.
in VRChat, and worlds like Murder 2, Midnight Rooftop, Presentation Room, The Great Pug, Never Have I Ever, and the very old Rest and Sleep are all places that I have memories in. And even though I'm not playing it as much as I did before, I still log in every now and again, because once again VRChat is something else. And I think if you don't take the game too seriously and actually play it in moderation, you
Yeah.
find a group of people you actually enjoy talking to that aren't complete degenerates and actually have your best interest in mind, which may be scarce on the platform as of today, but if you find that, I think you're truly going to have a good time on that game. Just once you find that group of friends, never go into a public lobby once again. But
Yeah.
that's all I had to say, and bye-bye.
VRChat. Jesus. Oh, whoops, I went to the wrong one. For a sec I thought, okay, that's the one I usually use. Okay, hold on, let me close this. But yeah. I have experience with VR chats. It's just it has gotten worse. From my understanding, like, it always had its problems. It has gotten worse. I'm not on there every day. In fact, I'm practically never on there. I just went on there for that video that one time because I've got my headset to work. Sorry, hiccups. But yeah, now. Oh shit! I have no legs. Hold on. Let me fix that. But yeah. But now, after seeing that, and you still want to go on VRChat, again, you could still take my advice by not playing it. But yeah, if you feel like you must, all I will say is be on your guard in public lobbies because it sucks ass, and then there's a bunch of fucking weirdos now. I mean, there were back then, keep in mind, but I don't know. I don't know what to say about it, really. My opinion on it is don't play it. Unless you have like friends or something you could hang out with in VRChat and never go to a public lobby again. Because public lobbies suck ass. There's always okay, here's a description of the last time I went on VRChat in a public lobby. Alright, so I finished recording that horror video. I went to a public lobby because I was curious on if anything's changed. What world was it? It was just a I'm trying to remember what world I went in, because I think it was just a random. It was a game world. It was I don't know what it was called. But basically it's like they do improv or something. And as soon as I went in there, I see Master Chief arguing with Woody from Toy Story while Shadow the Hedgehog in the background yells slurs at everyone. And then I just immediately left. I'm all, oh, okay. But anyway. Oof. VRChat, okay with friends in private worlds, but nah, it ain't here. Like, I mean, if you want to go on VRChat, go on, but I'm just warning you. There's some shit, and in this video, I just learned about some shit that happens on there. Like, holy fuck, it's bad. Like, I didn't know VRChat got that bad. Like, what the fuck? But anyway, if you enjoyed this reaction, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.